Events, right?
Yep.
Only thing missing is a relay, right?
Yeah, that was a little bit disappointing, but.
Yeah, last year you were down there in a couple relays, weren't you?
Yep, I was in the 200 free relay and the medley relay, so.
And in the backstroke.
Yep, and the backstroke.
So now you have two individual events to concentrate on this week, but again, no relays. And Tom, that's one of the disappointments. I know you were really hoping to get a relay down there.
Well, we certainly did try. We gave it our best shot. We our medley relay took third place. They missed state by zero point 0.8 seconds, but they had a great drop. I mean, they dropped down to a 1:56, another 2-second drop, and 3 seconds from our seed time coming in, which is very significant and nice. But you know, the competition is very, very tough, and this is probably the strongest section 8A we've ever been to, quality of times wise, and how deep it was. And hats off to Vinci, who was the winner, and Park Rapids. They both swam very well, and we're in the hunt.
Well, and you mentioned one of the fastest section meets ever, and you had 27 time drops.
Yeah, we did. We swam a good section meet. You know, I think every girl would be probably really quite satisfied with how well they performed. They had their best times. We had many people in the hundreds who dropped 2 seconds, which is a reasonably good taper. We had a number of people in the 50s who dropped 0.5 of a second, especially relay splits. We had a 9-second drop in the 500, which we'd probably expect. Our 200 IMers dropped 3 or 4 seconds, so that's all good to see. Abby had a tremendous drop in the fly alone. I believe it was 4 seconds in one, and I believe 4 seconds in another. Or no, 2 and 4, but those are really significant drops. Especially, see, in Abby's case, we really did a little bit of extra training the week before to get ready for the state meet, so she had something to taper off of for state. And that gets kind of dicey because if you of course, don't perform well in sections, you don't have to worry about going to state. So she had to really perform well on Saturday.
Well, and you set a new pool record
Yep.
in the backstroke.
Yeah.
And that was, well, doubly sweet, I guess, because you broke your sister's record, right?
Yeah. I saw it at True Team, and I told her about it, and she was like, oh, that'd be so cool if you broke it. So it was really cool because she was there.
Yeah, and your brother was there, too. And,
yeah. So that was exciting.
That's pretty neat to be able to share that moment too. So
yeah.
We have the clip from the 100 backstroke on it. We watch Abby in action here. Where are you at?
How clear that
I am right in the middle in lane 5.
Okay.
Nice. Good, nice, beautiful underwater pull out. Very nice and smooth.
What is the key to this race for you, Abby?
Well, I just try to focus on going underwater as much as I can. That's where I feel the best about it. I kind of lose a little bit of ground on my stroke, but my turns and my underwater is key for me.
I think the first part of the race, we were a little worried because, you know, we weren't sure how strong you'd be against Catherine. I believe it's Catherine that was in from Park Rapids. But what was really significant is the last part of this race now where she really picks it up. And you can see on that turn there, the strength that you have off that turn right there. And then right there, that's where it made all the difference in the world coming back. It's went very well, stroke for stroke.
And the top two go to state, so.
That's right.
Yep. So it's me and Catherine Erickson from Park Rapids.
Okay.
Who's a good friend of yours.
Yeah.
I need to see too. That is nice.
Neat things about this sport, isn't it? You've made some good friends from opposing teams.
Yeah. Like, especially me and Catherine. She came here this winter and spent a few days, and we swam together, and so it's really fun to, like, swim with her, and it's really fun.
And you swam your best time of the year in the backstroke?
Yes.
And last year, you were 9th in the state in that event? Mm-hmm. What are your goals as you look at the times that are going to state this year? Where do you fit in?
Well, I'm ranked 9th again, and it's my goal to get top 8. I would prefer not to be 9th again, because then that'd be 3 years in a row. But I definitely want to get under a minute, for sure. So I'd have to do that definitely first day prelims.
How about
the top 8?
How about the fly? How do you sit there?
22nd.
Okay.
So I just try to give it my all. see what happens.
Let's watch your 100 butterfly here next. We have that as well. And again, Tom and I have talked a number of times about the venue in War Road. How did you like the pool or the facility that you swam in?
It was pretty nice and chilly water.
Ah.
So that was different, but it was good.
So they don't have a standard temperature you have to keep the water at?
Well, they do. It's a recommended right around 82 degrees, but you can get down to 79. But every degree going down is significant. And of course, our pool is quite warm, so we're used to competing in a warmer temperature pool. But to be honest with you, the cooler the pool, usually the faster the races are. So, and Abby's really doing a great job here. She's just taking it out well.
Did you feel good about this race, Abby?
I did. Both my races were really relaxed, and it felt really good.
Okay.
Well, she really swam a good section because, on Friday she swam a very measured race, and she had enough to bring back on Saturday to really make a difference. And you could see, she qualified fourth there, and then she wins it. So it just worked out great.
Yeah. Do you, on the prelim day, do you hold back a little bit, knowing that you're going to get in the top 8?
A little bit. It kind of helps, like for backstroke I did. For fly, it's kind of hard because they circle seat it, and so it's not like you're with the people of like the same speed, so it's a little bit harder, but I hold back just a tiny bit, but not a whole lot.
Yeah. Don't want to hold back too much, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's always good to get to that second day in a position to move up, and congratulations on doing that. And now you become the third fisher to go to state multiple times. I believe Jake went multiple times too, didn't he? So then that's now you've been there. Is this your third time? Or is it second?
Fourth time.
Well, fourth time. Oh, man. Okay, so so this is nothing new to you, obviously. But as you go down there to that familiar facility, both watching your older siblings perform and you perform, does it feel like home? I mean, you feel pretty comfortable in that atmosphere?
I do. We do like summer meets down there, and so I go to those, and I go watch like boy swimming, and we watched NCAA's there one year, and so it's comfortable atmosphere and nice pool, so I like it.
Now, Tom, what do you do this week training-wise for Abby?
Well, today we did some broken sets. We did a little bit. Abby went about 2,500 yards, which is fine. What's nice about Abby is she's a very experienced trainer, so she knows how to do the pace, and we do a little bit of speed play. Tomorrow we'll probably do a couple more broken sets, not as much kicking. We'll definitely work on starts and turns because we didn't get a chance to do that today. And then Wednesday we're going to do a nice long, cool, probably a little bit of warm up and kind of relaxed swimming, a little bit of speed play, but not too much sprints. And then when we get to the U of M on Thursday, we'll have a half-hour warm-up, and we'll get a chance to use the blocks a little bit and the turns there. So bulkhead turns is a little bit different. But in her events, the backstroke and the butterfly is not so critical as like in freestyle because it's kind of like a blind wall. It's like doing a turn on a float. And so freestyle is going to get a little more confusing, but in her two events, I think she'll be fine for them. Plus, she swam there before, so it's a venue she's comfortable with. It is, we said before, it's a very fast pool because of the mechanics of the pool, how it's designed, the lighting, and everything else. And just being there with the right type of competition, I think Abby's going to do really well.
All right, let's, we talked about that you didn't get a relay team down, but let's look at the 200 medley relay, if we could, Adrian, the medley, the first race.
She's a long swimmer, but again, the key here is either maintaining that first place or else staying that second. But we're right in the hunt, and Bemidji again had just a tremendous meet period, so they really came through nicely, and we're still in the hunt. Again, we're thinking about first or second here, and then we're going to have Ann Childs right here, the butterfly. And again, she comes right up and does a very nice job on the fly. And Ann's a very strong swimmer. I mean, we've mentioned often that we just wish we had Ann for another month or so. Just she's gonna, I think, if she gets a chance to swim in college, I think she's gonna be a very nice college swimmer because she'll have a little more time to develop her strokes and her endurance and her speed. And we're right, of course, right now we're hoping that Danny Ross can pick it up a little bit, and Danny certainly did try. She got a nice start here, and you can see right now she really have to do a tremendous feat here, and she almost did. She caught up a little bit there, but then coming off the turn, she got behind a little bit. But it was a great effort by the girls, and they handled it very well. These are seasoned champions way beyond swimming.
Were you close to a state cut time at all?
No, I think it's like a 1:55 or something like that. We had a 1:56.03. I guess we're reasonably close, but it's hard.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, we had a 1:56.88, so. The whole state picture has changed. The A and B state, the A and AA meets are getting closer and closer, and in the competitiveness of times, and especially the depth. I mean, I think the A state is very, very deep in quality of swim.
Now, Bemidji and Park Rapids, the last 2 years have been 1-2 in the section, and pretty good distance between those two and the rest of the field.
Yeah.
Have they increased their numbers, or what has made them, take over that top spot, those top two spots?
Well, I think numbers is one. I think number two is they have a lot of talent. And they have some good athleticism there, and they're well coached. They both do a very good job coaching, and so we're trying to figure out what we can do to be hungry next year and see. Bemidji had a lot of seniors this year. It was a pretty senior dominant team. So, and their coach said that this is probably one of the best teams he's ever coached, if not the best, even when it was AA. So that's a real compliment to those girls, how well they did.
Abby, are you seeing that from a competitor's standpoint, that the kids you're swimming against are faster and the races are getting tougher to win?
Yeah, definitely. Like looking at the state seedings for this coming week, it's all like freshmen that are taking up the first spot, and it's by a lot. So that's kind of shows how much it's changing, and yeah.
Tom mentioned that you're a good trainer. Is that something you enjoy about this sport, because you have to train hard to get to where you're at?
Yeah, training comes along with it, like working hard. How hard you work pushes you how well you're going to do. So it depends on I like to train because I want to do well, and so it's all up to the person, I guess.
And you have one more year left as an Otter. So once this week ends, what's your schedule? Do you still train hard? Do you take a break, or how do you approach the winter?
I take about a week or so off, and then I am planning on doing I do the winter club team. So it's not quite as difficult, but then I weightlift and I do some other stuff on the side, so I'll still be working.
How important, Tom, is that dry land training, that off-sport training?
Well, I think it's really critical today. If you're going to go to the next level, you have to have a plan in the off season. You can't just any sport. You can't go. It's not. You can't do just a season and come back. 9 months later, 8 months later, and say, "Well, I'm ready to participate now." Right. It doesn't work that way. Not to compete at to even get to state and compete at state. You have to either be a 3-sport athlete, or else you have to be very, very much into a conditioning program that makes you stronger, faster than you were before. And Abby mentioned, the thing about Abby, it's a Fisher gift, we'll call it, is that they do love to train, they have great attitudes, and they're smart. And of course, Kara and Jake are both at UND, train very hard, doing very well. And Abby's just picked up with that. And it's a 24/7 thing. It's what do you read, what do you think about. You become a student in your sport. You work on flexibility. To me, I think the off season is a fun time of the season, because that's when you get to work on how to perfect your turns more, how to maybe work with medicine ball, work on your ab work and core strength and so on and so forth. So you not only are you faster, but you feel faster. And probably what we're lacking is we do have a winter program, we have a summer program, but pool time is pretty precious for us right now, because we also have a boys team that's using that pool. So Abby won't have the luxury of like a club team down in the cities where she could come and possibly train close to 3 hours a day for six days a week, 18 hours, where now she'll be lucky she can train 3 or 4 hours a week in the water like that. But then you have to make other opportunities. You have to go to the YMCA, or else you have to maybe train at the athletic public or something like that where you can make that happen.
All right. Well, good luck, Abby.
Thank you.
Go after it here, and we'll look forward to seeing how you do. And thanks for being with us tonight, Coach.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Tom
It's
Uvaas
a
and
privilege.
Abby Fisher from the Fergus Falls Girls Swimming Program joining us tonight on Craig Olson Sports Live here at the Z103 Grill. We're here every Monday night, 6:30 to 7:30. You can catch us live on PRTV Channel 1 and PRTV1.com. Thanks for watching.